Hey, what's going on, guys? The Langbanger here. So I have a product review for you. So the Mechanized Madness structure deck just came out. So as you can guess, this is based on machine type monsters. So first things first, here's what the box looks like. Here's the contents too, just in case you guys don't want to hear me ramble on a little bit. If you just want to pause, there's some really good reprints in here. I will say this isn't as good of a structure deck as the Shaddoll structure is, but if you're old school, you like machines, high attack monsters, just beat down like deck, this would definitely be the sort of deck for you. So that's what the box looks like. So now let's go into the actual deck here. So I'm pretty much reading these cards with you. So this is the new boss monster, I guess you can say. Cannot be normal summon or set, must be special summoned by a card effect. You can target one machine monster you control, destroy the machine monster, and all monsters your opponent controls with attack less than or equal to it. And then if a face-up Earth machine monster you control, except Machina Citadel, is destroyed by battle or card effect while this card is in the graveyard, you can special summon this card. You can only use this effect of Machina Citadel. Machina, Machina, however you want to say it. So, sorry, that was not Corona. I always say that. So this is a really cool boss monster. It's more so the matter of, how are you going to get this card out? But then once you get something, destroyed, you can summon it from the graveyard. So you can dump this with Foolish Burial. You have Scrap Recycler. I mean, you have a lot of ways to just dump this. You also have Machina Fortress, which that's, at least years and years back, that was a heck of a boss monster. But now this card is even gonna be a little better, I would say. So this card is really cool. I'd probably say at first glance that's probably gonna be a 3 of. So now we have some super rares here. So Machina Possessed Storage. So if this card is normal or special summon, you can target a Machina monster in your graveyard, except itself, special summon it in defense. But it cannot activate its effects this turn. You can target one other Machina monster you control and one spell trap your opponent controls, return them to the hand. So that's really cool to be able to bounce a spell or trap. It could be something really powerful that's just stopping you from going off. I mean, something like Mystic Mind that can stop. It's really cool. Also, you can just summon your Machinas from the graveyard. That's really cool stuff too. So really, if you think about it, this can immediately let you go into a rank 4. This can let you go into a rank 2. It's just giving you more materials on the board. So I like that. I think that's probably going to be a 3 of as well. So Machina Air Raider, so you can discard one other Machina monster, special summon this card from your hand. During your opponent's turn, quick effect. You can target one Machina monster you control, special summon from your deck one Machina monster with a different name and an equal or lower level than the monster, and if you do, destroy the targeted monster. So you can kind of see how this deck's starting to work a little bit. So I think once I build this deck and I start to like solitaire hands and try and get a feel for things, you'll be able to summon other cards through effects. You'll be able to discard cards, you'll be able to bounce cards. So there's kind of a recurring theme here, and you'll be able to just control the game. So especially with that big boss monster, so you would think destroying monsters isn't that big anymore, but with this being a quick effect, if your opponent summons 2 monsters, let's say, and they're about to link summon, you can say, no, hold up. You can tribute, and then you can pop those 2. So just little things like that, that's just what I'm thinking off the top of my head. So those are 2 super rares. We have 2 more, so Machina Redeployment. So discard, activate one of these effects, discard 1 card, add 2 Machina monsters with different names from each other from the deck to the hand. Or discard 1 Machina card, add 2 Machina cards with different names from each other from the deck to the hand. So basically, you can either add 2 Machina monsters by discarding a card, or you can discard a Machina card to add 2 Machina cards. So both are different names. So that's really cool, just the fact that you're able to thin out, and you can immediately get to what I would guess your gear frame. You can get to your big boss monster. you can discard your boss monster. That's one way to get it into the graveyard. So I can kind of see how this deck is just starting to form together here. So this card, believe it or not, this is probably the card I've wanted the most out of this deck. So unauthorized reactivation. So target one machine monster you control, equip one appropriate machine union monster from your hand or deck to that monster. And the equip cannot be special summoned this turn, and then you can only activate once per turn. So this card is probably going to be playable in this deck itself, but right off the bat when I saw Union, I was just like, yes, ABC. So we have more ways to equip monsters or unions to monsters, have more materials, just, do things. So I really like that. That's definitely going to be a 3 of in ABC. I need to get a feel for how this deck works, but I would say likely it's going to be, a 2 or 3 of in this as well. So now we have some commons. Machina Irridator. So this is a new one, so I'm just going to take my time. You can discard one other Machina monster, special summon this card from your hand. You can target one machine monster you control, special summon from your grave one Machina monster with a different name and equal or lower level than that monster, and if you do destroy that targeted monster. You can only use the effect of each effect once per turn. So that's really cool. You can kind of see that, you have some effects. You need to target another one. You get to summon or, add, it seems, just a recurring theme. Pop the first one. Then you have that ability of your boss monster to say when a Machina is destroyed, then you can summon it. So I can kind of see how everything's piecing together here. So you have Machina Fortress, the original OG boss. This is still really good. I'm definitely going to be using 3 of that. I don't need to go over that. Gear Frame, you have Peacekeeper, you have Machina Force. So I don't think that will ever see the light of day. I mean, we pretty much have a better version. Machina Megaform. So this you can actually pretty much summon if you somehow needed to. So if anything, you would use this over Force. I'm not even sure if you need that discard fodder anymore. So you have Machina Cannon. I think I was like the original one, but 0 attack. You have Machina Soldier. You have Machina Sniper, Defender, Commander Covington, Jizukiru, the Star Destroying Kaiju. Really good reprint. So everyone who knows me knows that I love kaijus, but just in general, if you're a competitive player, you should have kaijus at all times, just because this game, simply put, you want to have a big boss monster on the field, kaijus get rid of them. So if you did not already have this card, it's a nice and easy pickup here. So Snowplow Hustle Rustle, I actually really like this card. So it's not new or anything, but I instantly read this because I was looking at the spoiler of the deck, and I was like, this would actually be kind of cool in maybe artifacts or something, so maybe be on the lookout for that. But that's a cool reprint. That was some weird promo for the longest time, and then it was reprinted once, but now it's common. So you have Birdman, you have Scrap Recycler. I don't even know how much this card was. I mean, it might have been 10, 15 bucks. So that's really good as well. So going on down the line, Tortune Gear, righty driver, lefty driver. I actually like that. I was going to buy these from whatever set they were in as ultra rares, and I held off, but there's actually some cool plays with these and artifacts also, so maybe be on the lookout. Deskbot 1, Deskbot 3. So you have Machina Defense Perimeter. I'm pretty sure this is new. While you control a level 7 or higher machine monster, your opponent monsters cannot target level 6 or lower machine monsters you control for attacks. Also, your opponent cannot target them with card effects. So that could be okay. I mean, stopping attacks, that's really not that great anymore, but this effect's cool. If a face-up machine monster you control is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can target one machine monster in your graveyard, add it to your hand. So notice that it doesn't say destroyed by your opponent's card effect, so you can pop it yourself. So this is just another way to replenish your hand. So at first glance, I'd probably say that's a 3 of, but we'll see. So you have Machina Armored Unit, you have Iron Call, that's a cool reprint. Iron Draw, that's a cool reprint. This might be the best reprint in the deck. Scrap Recycler or this, because this was like 10, 15, 20 bucks. So right off the bat, I don't know if I would use this in this deck. I'd have to, sit around and play around with builds and solitaire and get a feel for, how things work. But right off the bat, ABC with ABC Dragon Buster going to 1, this may now be the route for that deck. So really good reprint. You have Limiter, Ties of the Brethren. That's a really good reprint too. I mean, it wasn't as expensive, but Pot of Avarice, Cosmic Cyclone. That's a really good reprint. So if you don't have them, now you do. Supply Squad. Machina Overdrive. I think this is new. So target one machine monster you control. Special summon one Machina monster with a different name from your hand or deck. And if you do, destroy the targeted monster. You can banish this card from your grave, then target 3 of your machine monsters that are banished and or in your grave. Shuffle them into the deck. Draw 1 card. So as you can see again, just ways to pop cards and do things. So that's kind of cool. So you have Cyber Summon Blaster, back to the front, Trap Trick, that's a really good reprint. It wasn't as expensive, at least I don't think, but regardless, why not? I mean, you buy 3 structures and you want cards that you can use. Begone Nov, and then Solemn Strike. So that's a really good reprint too. It's been reprinted a few times now, but that doesn't mean that's still not welcome. So then you have something for Duel Links. You have something for Legacy of the Duelist. So I do play that on Switch. Then you have Machina Madness. And then I don't know what all that was about. So yeah, I guess you can scan that, learn the basics. So yeah, guys, that's everything. And then yeah, on the other side of the structure, it just goes into detail. Like here's a little sneak preview of Eternity Code coming up. So we have some spoilers there, and it goes over some of the past sets and kind of what it does, what those sets does with this deck. So thank you guys for watching, and yeah, have a good day, and be on the lookout for some profiles. Peace.